This is the fastest way to start driving more revenue with your email campaigns without sending one additional email. Give me the next 3 minutes and I'll show you the two-step system that we use to start driving more revenue with email campaigns without sending one additional email. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Philip Rivers. I'm the founder of GrowthPoint.io, where we've helped over 400 brands that run ads use email and SMS to get the most out of their paid traffic. The number one problem that people have when they come to me is they're not making as much money as they want from their email campaigns. And what they're trying to do is optimize their open rates and their click rates. But after looking into their accounts, Klaviyo, ESP, whatever they use, the problem isn't their open rates or their click rates at all. What's happening is they keep emailing the same people and not adding enough new people to the list quickly enough. And so what happens, people tune out. They don't engage, they unsubscribe, they mark as spam. So then the KPIs of open and click go down as a result, but that's not the core issue. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Traffic is getting driven with ads. 3% of those people are buying, but 97% of people aren't. Of the 97% that aren't, you're capturing opt-ins with a pop-up of some sort, some offer of some sort. And by and large, most people are converting at 2 to 5%, not realizing that's significantly below KPI, and it's constricting everything else that they're doing within email, especially from a campaign standpoint. And so this is what's happening. Campaigns are being sent, but they're sent to an increasingly sort of small pool of recipients because this is under optimized. And so the same people keep getting the same messaging over and over again, and they either already bought, they tune out or out of market, or they bought from a competitor, right? From somebody else. But if we optimize this, focus on optimizing this one metric and getting it at or above KPI, there will be anywhere from 2 to 10 times more people on the list, giving you a much larger pool of people to send the same number of campaigns to, sending no more campaigns. But within them, within the audience, there's pockets of people that are in market, pockets of people that are not in market, right? They already bought from someone else. They don't have the need anymore, whatever it may be. And finding two is the difficult part, but if you have a larger sample size, it makes it much easier to do, number one, and then two, to keep the audience size, recipient size up, so that when you send, you're driving just as many clicks as you were before, and sales and so forth. So it's not so much about optimizing open and click, it's about getting the most people on to the list efficiently as possible, so then they can receive your campaigns, and the campaigns will tend to perform better. So you're like, okay, Phil, that's all well and good. How does this work in reality? Let me show you. So my solution is a simple 2-step framework to get more leads from the paid traffic you're already driving, right? So step number 1 is to determine if your current offer, whatever you're running on your pop-up, if it's good or not. So if you're getting 10,000 visits a month, if your opt-in rate is 2, 5, or 10% respectively, this is how many leads or opt-ins you'd be getting per year, the difference between them. So the first part is knowing what does good look like. And this is exactly what it looks like. Okay, so if your opt-in is performing at less than 5% of the people that see it, that give you their contact info, their email, you kill it. If it's between 5 and 10, you test against to try and beat the control. You try and beat the one that's 5 or 10. And if it's above 10%, you let it ride. You don't touch it until it falls below. And this is a very simple framework to know, one, is it doing well or not? And then what do I do based on what it's telling me? Very simple. This can be done in minutes a week. This is not laborious by any means. Then step 2 is the harder part. It's coming up with a high perceived value offer, something that you think will convert at 10%, that number 1 works for you, works for your business and your constraints of economics and how much you're willing to pay to acquire a customer and how much margin you can or are willing to give and so on and so forth, and an offer that's high perceived value to the market. And there are 10 offer types that we use that you can mix and match and stack them together to come up with these things. But that really is the second part of it, is what's the offer you're going to share with the market. And this works because you're meeting traffic where it is. Right? Most people are not going to buy, right? Here. Most people will not, and that's totally fine. But how do you get as many of these people onto the list? 5, 10, 15% of them. And then the pool grows much more quickly. And then when you're sending your campaigns, you'll just have more buyers because there's more people there. So nothing else has to change. And this is a very simple rubric to know if whatever you're doing is working and what to do if it's not. I put together an SOP that breaks down exactly how we run this for brands, and an easy offer framework that you can use to come up with offers that work for you. So if you want to shoot me a DM, happy to send it over.